You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Is it ready to roll?
So we spoke about rides before, and I remember you telling me,
Ain't fucking with me when they got like money.
real Florida shit, when you hear me,
I confidently can say I'm a barber.
So that we don't cheat on each other. I can stand you.
And everybody still says it.
Like every project I improve. I got this record, and here's the story behind the fucking record.
yeah, it's called Before I Jump.
Nigga, don't try with music to play on the radio.
I'm here with a very special guest. This guy's kind of like on his way to being a battle legend in a way. He's definitely approaching it from a new angle, from like the Christian rap angle. And fuck, I don't want to introduce you. I'd rather you introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let people know who you are and what you do.
Yeah, the name's Loso, Tampa, Florida. Right now, residing in there from Queens, New York, though. And yeah, man, just working, bro. I'm just like you said, battle rap. But it's not like, for me, I always tell people like I started with music. I started rapping, so that's why with battle rap, a lot of my fans are looking like, yo, he's kind of, you know, excelling in both avenues or whatnot. But yeah, man, so battle rap and just trying to climb the ranks every single time, bro.
How long you been doing battle rap?
2015 was the first one. We me and my boy, we actually just wanted to get our feet wet. We was fans of the culture, and I was actually doing like these poetry slams, poetry slams, spoken word competitions. And afterwards, people would pull me aside and say, "Yo, your mannerisms are kind of like, you know,
like
similar
a
to
little
battle rap." Yeah, it was like, "Yo, do you?" And the punchlines, the way I was setting certain things up, it's like, "Would you have battle rap?" And for me, I was like, "Nah, like I could never do what they do." Like I was watching, I was a fan, but I could never do what they do. Well, after one day, I remember I was just sitting in the living room with my boy, and we was watching something. I said, "Man, let's just try it out." And so there was a tryout out in Tampa, and in 2015, a league called Into the Dungeon, and they had hit me up, and so I sent them some footage of me doing some spoken word. It was like, "Yo, you need to come out." So they set me up with an opponent, and after that one battle, like. In that channel alone, like I think the most they ever did was like 2,000 or 3,000 views, like a battle, and not even that, maybe like 1,000, bro. Like it wasn't even getting any love like that. And then so my battle, when I came and did it, first of all, it was packed out at the venue, and then on top of that, when it dropped, we did like 30,000 views, right? And it was an anomaly for them in Tampa to get like something like that. And so so after that, people started hitting me up in my inbox, and my fans were just kind of letting me know, like, yo, you need to keep doing this. You need to keep doing this. And so 2015, I did 2 battles, and they both did well, and I was getting some notoriety. But like 2016 was when it really took off.
But one thing about you that definitely stands out is like you're Christian, right? You're saved. So like that's like the kind of the opposite parallel worlds, like. Right, and on this side, like the Christian, like the saved, or at least how people perceive it, you're more like peaceful, you're like non-aggressive, but then battle rap is like the complete opposite.
Really what I found is like, yeah, they know, you know what I'm saying, they know what I'm about, they know how my faith kind of...
And they kind of use it against you sometimes.
Oh, every single opponent, that's their main angle. And so it's cool, you know what I'm saying, I got no problem, because I know every battle has their own angle, but for me, like, since I know that, I almost feel like it's always a hill I gotta climb, not just with the opponent, but with the fans. I was just out in Houston, and we did an event, URL, and it was 1,300 people out there, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact that the majority of them ain't trying to hear Sharif preach. You know what I'm saying? So what I do, I gotta you know, I gotta craft my stuff in a way that's gonna kind of bring and they that's the thing, like everybody in battle rap, they appreciate artistry. Like if you got skill, they gonna rock with you. Now, if you born them, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna rock with you. But if you got skill, they gonna love it, whether or not, whatever angle you really coming from.
What leagues have you battled in?
So out here Into the Dungeon, but I was in Bullpen, which was John's league. It's the biggest league in the South. And then New York, it's 2 leagues, 2 big leagues. Obviously, it's a league called RBE. That's the one Murder Mook just battled on. And then URL, which is the league that I'm now battling on now. And then I even went to KOTD, which is probably like the biggest.
King of the Dot, that's crazy.
Yeah, King of the Dot's like, you know, they all over. So I battled in Toronto for them, and I battled in Boston for them.
Is each league, do you have to approach it differently when you battle?
Not Bullpen, RBE, and URL. They kind of the same fan base. You know what I'm saying? It's still the hood that comes out. Atlanta is more southern. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? New York is a different crowd. Like in my opinion, and obviously I went to Houston, so I think that's a kind of different crowd too. But it was still URL. In my opinion, though, they don't have no leeway for mess ups, bro. Like you stumble, like they gonna boo you off the stage. If you whack, they gonna boo you off the stage. So it's a different mindset. The South is not really like that, but I think my name is I'm probably the biggest Southern battle rapper right now. But then when I go to King of the Dot,
yeah, it's a
bunch of white boys out there, and so their whole concept of what's like they want to be entertained,
right.
And so the first time I went out there, I went to Toronto. I won the battle, but it wasn't one of my best battles because like the crowd and I couldn't really connect with the crowd at the time.
Right.
But when I went back to King of the Dot and I battled in Boston, it went crazy. So I would say I need to adapt to every single fan base.
So you said originally you started doing music, right? Mm-hmm. How has battling, or has it at all, affected your actual music career?
Bro, so for me, with music, I was already doing like at first, like 2013, I started really recording and whatnot. But I started dropping, little freestyles on YouTube and putting out little mixtape tracks. But I put my first project out in 2015, and then the next one was 2017. But for me, battling has taken it to another level only because although I was kind of getting a little fan base with music and I was doing shows all around the country, now my name kind of precedes my music, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about it. I do a battle that on YouTube, it's at like 300,000 views. I could go ahead and talk to the league owner and be like, look, before you drop the battle, I need you to go ahead and promote this single in front of the thing, so it advertises it. And so just my last project before I commit, I was able to chart, you know what I'm saying? I was in the top, you know what I'm saying, on the top 80. You know what I'm saying? I had cracked the top 100, but I had like 80, 70. And for me, just an independent artist out of Tampa, that was huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting from Spotify, iTunes, Amazon.
But my thing is, do you feel like, all right, so you're getting all this fan base from battle rapping. Do you feel like people, you do music, they know you do music, but now they kind of just expect you to just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they even expect your songs to sound battle rappy in a way.
And they don't. That's what really twists them. But the thing about it though is that was a problem at first. Like whenever I'll say, so when I started getting huge in battle rap, I'll go ahead and tweet out something. I'll be like, yo, I'm putting out a single next week. All right, cool, but when's the next battle coming? You know what I'm saying? And so for me, I was just like, dang, like are you a fan of the battler or are you a fan of Loso, the whole brand? And so that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to merge both worlds together. And I feel like I'm getting there now. But they see all the stuff like the high quality videos, high quality verses, and for me, Instagram is my biggest push. And so when people go to that page, I want them to see that I do a whole bunch of different things. Right. Like I'm good. I'm really, 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 really known for one thing, but just know like everything I got my hand in is gonna be dope. And I just need them to come along for the ride type of thing.
How do you push your message, right? You being saved and all that. How do you push that in your music without it sounding too cheesy? Because I listen to some Christian rap and it's like some of it is cool, but some of it's like
what comes off corny?
Like when it's too much. Like
so I feel like this why I always tell people like that's not the type of music I do. Like you don't just hear me drop a beat and I'm just quoting verses the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about real stuff. Like I'm really talking about either my cousin getting shot or I'm talking about a girl like you don't like I may have a song about a chick who's stripping, right? But I'm not telling her to go ahead and keep stripping. I got these stacks. I want to tell her like, hey, you don't have to because of yada yada yada. Right. Or if I'm talking about hope, or if I'm talking about whatever different concept. And so for me, I kind of just say like, yo, I'm just making music. And of course, because this is my worldview, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at life through these lenses, like it's going to show forth in my music. That's why you won't never just hear me say, yo, hey, what's up, man? I'm Loso, the Christian rapper. Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of corny to me. Right. But like because you or anybody else, they'll watch the stuff, they'll see my page and they kind of associate the two. I don't necessarily shy from it either. I know a lot of people do because they feel like it kind of pushes people away. But for me, I'm just like, nah, like if you click play, like you gonna hear dope rap. And if you love good music, then go ahead and click play.
Yeah, that's kind of how I look at you. Like I don't look at you as a Christian rapper. Like I look at you as an artist from battling that I found out through battling. But you also make music and you just so happen to be Christian.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
that's what it is.
Yeah, so I feel like that works well. But another thing I want to get on the battling side is like all right, so I used to watch battling and I got turned off from it when it like a lot of clown shit used to happen, right? Like certain battlers will like tweet each other, you know what I'm saying? Just like all that extra stuff that it's like why y'all doing this? But how do you immerse yourself in the battle world without getting caught up in that?
You talking about like the drama, like
like the extra drama.
Yeah. Like I got like genuine relationships with these dudes. Like for me, every dude that I've battled, they got my phone number. You know what I'm saying? We talk. I mean, I'm talking about like dudes that I just battled last year. They locked up right now, and they calling me from jail, bro. Like they hitting me up. They hitting my phone and like, yo, can we just talk? I'm going through this with my kids. I'm going through this. Hey, they trying and so like I got like real relationships that they really want answers for. Yeah. And for me, you got to think about it. That's what I'm in there for, right? Yeah. Like those situations. So I've never had any, like there's never been like any drama. Granted though, there are some people who, they just create beef or like I just had one dude diss me on the record. Right. Like the other night. We talking about the other night. Yeah. And in 24 hours I responded to him. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that actually.
And it went crazy. You know what I'm saying? It went all over. Twitter's like another big platform for me. But I think I'll tell you this situation. I had a battle 2016 against this one dude. And I saw that he had put up on Facebook that he had just lost a child, right? His girl had just lost a child, and he said the post was, "Yo, I'm gonna dedicate the rest of my life to you," right? So I said, "I bet." Now, any other battler though, they would have used that and been like, "I'm glad your son, yada yada. I'm glad he died. F you, all that stuff," right? They really get crazy like that. For me though, I used it in a different way. I was just like, yo, what life are you really dedicating to your son type of thing, right? Here's the thing. The battle was on one weekend. It was in June. And it ended up getting pushed back because it was on the Rap Game, Jermaine Dupri. So my battle got aired on Lifetime, right? But here's the thing. Because it got pushed back, I had already wrote the rounds. It got pushed back on Father's Day. And so I'm addressing this situation on Father's Day, bro. On Father's Day. But I couldn't do nothing. So anyway, you got to think about it. First round, I'm knocking his head in. Bang, bang, bang. Everybody going crazy. Second round, bang, bang, bang. They going crazy. Third round comes around. This is when I'll bring the situation. I bring it up, and he's already kind of flustered. This is first time that he's actually, like, somebody really doing him like this on TV. And then when I'm addressing this, right, he, like, whispering in my ear, like, yo, you need to chill, bro. You need to chill. Like, he letting me know. I'm like, yo, chill. Like, listen to what I'm saying, and you'll know exactly where I'm coming from. So after the battle, I go outside. It's a bunch of different, like, at a battle events, like, you got a bunch of fans coming up to you, and then you also got bloggers and all these other dudes. So people trying to interview. I'm doing this one interview, and I see him in the corner of my eye with two other dudes, and he's like, yo, I need to holler at you. So I be dolo at these events, bro. I be dolo, right? Because they fly me out. Yeah. I went, and I knew one of my dudes. I said, just keep an eye on it. So I go up to him, and when I speak to him, he just like, yo, I just want to tell you that nobody ever really talked to me like that. And I was like, look, man, I know you probably was offended, and I apologize if you felt offended, but understand why I was doing it. I started explaining. He says, nah, man, it's just a real sensitive subject, and bro, no lie, bro, he started crying. He started breaking down. But
I ain't gonna lie, I think that's how the story was going. And I thought
bro,
swing on
everybody thought that. But the thing about it though is that, like, I tell all these people, I said, like, man, like, I know everybody in the culture, they gotta look tough, they gotta do this, but like they dealing with real issues. When I tell you, like, dudes really calling me and like, yo, my son just, bro, this dude just hit me up the other day and was like, yo, my son walked into the house full of blood. Damn. And I can't find, like, these are like real situations, bro. Like, I can't find my gun. Can't find my gun. My son walked in full of blood. He said he got jumped. They took the gun or whatnot. Crazy situation, right? And he like, yo, I'm about to ride on these dudes, yada yada, all this stuff. And so I'm having a converse with these dudes across the country, and really calm them down. So all that other drama that be happening, like, I be telling people like, yo, and you got to think about it. Like, Christians, I got Christians in church that be telling me, yo, why are you over there? Like, you wrong for being over there. You know what I'm saying? And then, so I got the Christians who think like, yo, you not a Christian. And then I got the people I got people in battle rap who's not a Christian. They like, yo, you too Christian. Right, and so like I'm in the middle. I'm like, dang, I can't do right by nobody. Right. But at the end of the day, I know I know what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I know where I'm at, and I try not to really get myself into any problem. And that's the type of person I try to carry myself above reproach or whatnot. But it's dope. The genuine relationships I built, man. I'll never trade that.
So there's people that's watching and still like, man, who the fuck? Oh, my bad, I can't curse. But who? Oh, they be like, who the heck is Loso? So I run down some people who you battled, man.
Yeah, so I battled DNA.
Who won? Who that one?
I beat him very bad. You seen that? Yes, sir. Very bad, bro. He actually in 2016 he did a list of battles that he did. He battled. He battled a lot, bro. Yeah. Like, he battled a lot. Yeah. He only lost 2 battles that year. And one was a 2-on-2 against Sue Surf and Tay Rock, and he said the only other battle I lost, like this is out of his mouth, Loso. And he came to Atlanta and being so I battled DNA. I'm trying to think of some dudes that y'all know. DNA, Daylyte. Right. Battled Daylyte. That's obviously he a big popular dude for controversial reasons. But
and you won?
And I won the battle. You know what I'm saying? It was 5 judges.
I'm saying with a legend, dog. I'm about to ask for
right now, like so I'm 16, 17 battles in, tallied over 2 million views, and so I'm arguably, because a lot of it's opinionated, you know what I'm saying? A lot of like I only got like 2 or 3 judge battles. Everything else you battle on the spot, and you kind of let the fans on YouTube kind of debate. But arguably though, like everybody's saying like, yo, he hasn't lost a battle. You know what I'm saying? Loso hasn't lost a battle. But Daylyte, that was 5 judges judged that battle, and I left with the money that night and everything. So probably my biggest battle, I think it's at like 350,000. It's a dude named B-Dot, and so B-Dot is B-Dot is another dude who came around the same time I did, and like you know how kind of like they call me like the Christian rapper, they call him like the Pan-African conscious dude. I don't know if you know who Brother Polite is.
Yeah, I know.
He kind of like if Brother Polite was a battle rap, but not even. I don't want to give him Brother Polite because he like on some. Like B-Dot really just on like Black African power type of thing.
I think I've seen that battle.
Yeah. And so that's the biggest one, you know what I'm saying? That was up for battle of the year last year, and so that's probably one of the craziest ones I've ever been in. You know what I'm saying? It was the biggest, like the promotion I did behind it, I made it on my end to kind of be a big deal too. But yeah, that was a big one. Trying to think. I battled 2. Go ahead. Show off. That was out in New York. It was his home league in RBE. He was doing a return. Like he hadn't battled for a minute. It was like a big deal. It was like Shaw's return. It was my first time in New York. Went up there, ran through, and the crowd was going crazy stuff. And then I went to Houston, and then Houston out here they don't really know him. Out Houston, there's this battler, there's this rapper too. His name is Scotty, and he does a lot out there. And so like when I tell you he's the man, bro. Yeah. 1,300 people out in URL, and so I battled Scotty, and the same thing. A lot of people out there went for Scotty. Yeah. At the end of the night, I'm not even done with my 3rd round. They yelling 3-0, 3-0. Oh, they're going crazy, and so and then that was the biggest crowd I've ever been. Like I'm telling you, like after a punchline, the ground is the stage is shaking, bro. Like this is where Drake performs. We was in the building where like when Drake goes to Houston, that's where he performs at. Yeah. Like we sold it out, and the battlers sold it out or whatnot. And so,
yo, just think about this, bro. You didn't even like plan it in a way, right? Like you didn't grow up like, yo, I'm gonna be a battle rapper. Like there's dudes that's in a mirror right now trying to be on URL, and you kind of just, and now you're arguably probably one of the top guys, right? Yeah. So it's like, 1, that's gotta be amazing. 2, how much further are you trying to take this?
Yeah. So the first thing, yeah, you're right. I'm like I said, bro. 2 years ago, I was sitting in the couch and I was like, yo, I can never do that. Mm-hmm. I can never beat these dudes. Like I can't memorize that stuff. And now, the Source magazine every year they put out a top battler list, top 20 battlers in the world. Last year was my first full year, and I was number 11. They ranked me number 11, bro, in the world. And then this year, I better be top 5. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've only jumped the ranks or whatnot. They got this little setup in battle rap culture. It's like called Champion, and you get like a belt and like we talking $10,000, $15,000 or whatnot. Last year, same thing. They ranked me 11 out of all the battles in the world, and so this year I feel like I'm in the running for, you know, one of the top spots. But that's that. I feel like as far as taking it further right there, you know, I want to have my name and at the end of the day, you know, as like one of these dudes who kind of like help shift the culture or whatnot.
Right. I feel like you already are.
That's it. Yeah. And a lot of people will say that, you know, for me, I don't never want to get complacent or whatnot. Like I want to keep on setting new heights or whatnot. But as far as like revenue, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, like obviously, you know, I'm getting paid every time I do well, and every time I build my brand, I can go ahead and come to the leagues and be like, yo, this is what I can offer. Right. You doing pay-per-view? You doing this at the door? This is what I'm gonna need. You know what I'm saying? And we make agreements or whatnot. But obviously, it's gonna be a cap. But for me, like I was telling you earlier, I try to flip that. Like if I know a big battle's dropping, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I got a single coming out around that time. Right. I'll make sure maybe I even get a project around that time, so I can go ahead and promote it, because that's gonna be my biggest outlet. And when I get all the fans coming here, you know what I'm saying? Boom, hey, check out this music, go to Spotify, yada yada yada. Hey, you wanna book me for a show? Hit me up here. Hey, you wanna book me for an interview? Hit me up here. I try to stay in people's face 24/7, and so I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I just hope every single battle I treat it like it's my last one, bro. Like I got this one October 13th. And I gotta make sure, because homie could kill me. Right, he could really go up there and just kill me. It's not gonna end everything I'm doing, but it could put a dent. And so for me, I want to build a reputation where it's like, yo, no matter what, because they got a lot of dudes who's always choking in battles. You know what I'm saying?
That's my next question. Like I seen it happen a lot within the past few years. How hard is it really to like? Is that like a legit thing? Like,
yeah,
you feel like they just not prepared.
You gotta think about it. I know the fans. I know they kind of get like, they get upset at dudes, but you got to think about what's going on, right? One, you got a real life. We got real lives outside of battle rap.
Right.
So like, whether you got a girl, you got a job, you got kids, like you not just focus on music.
Right.
And some of these dudes, they got full-time. I got a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. If you writing this material, and then depending on if you get writer's block or not, and then you just now getting done before the event, let's say you get it done before 2 weeks before the battle. Now you staying up late memorizing the material. But you're not just memorizing the material, you got to memorize how you perform it.
Right.
Then you're not just memorizing how you perform it, you got to remember, now you in front of 800 to 1,000 people.
You got lights in your face.
Lights in your face, cameras in your face, and you got your opponent in front of your face taunting you, right? Then you got his entourage behind him, letting you know like your lines is whack and stuff like that. Like you really gotta go into a different level. Like for me, I get into like killer instinct, bro. Yeah. Like I really, my opponent, no matter how cool, I don't try to shake his hand. I don't try to like really even like.
You're just locked in.
I'm locked in. Yeah. I'm focused on the fans. Like even after a line, I be telling him, I was like, yo, he's dead. He's like I be looking to his people. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know like I'm here, cause. Like if I let them get to me, boom, you know what I'm saying? It'll mess me up. But yeah, it is difficult. But at the same time though, like when it's consistent, it does show me a little lack of preparation. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one dude right now who he's probably one of the top dudes. I'm talking like Drake endorses him. His name New Jersey Twerk. And that's the dude who me and him just dissed each other. Yeah. We just finished going at it, you know what I'm saying? And it went crazy. But like when I say like Drake endorses him, bro. Yeah. Drake's like, yo, this is my favorite battle, like on his Instagram and everything. Well, he's been choking in a lot of his battles, and so for me, because I know how talented he is, I look at that and I say, yo, he's
getting lazy.
It's getting lazy. It's a lack of prep, and so it could definitely happen like that. But you really just gotta, you gotta sacrifice, bro. I wake up at 6 a.m. Put it this way, I'm a teacher.
You really a teacher?
I'm a teacher, bro. God. I'm a teacher. I'm a history teacher. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I work Monday through Friday, right? 7 a.m. to about 4 p.m., right? That's when the time I get off. So, I get home, you know what I'm saying? I got to spend time with my wife, right? And so then after that, I try to make sure I stay up for like 2 hours and I try to write. You know what I'm saying? I try to write, and then if I gotta hit the studio, if I gotta do this, and I'm waking up at like 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So like next year though, I feel like this is gonna be my last year. Even though I love teaching, this is gonna be my last year teaching, because I feel like I'm at a place now where I got enough revenue. I got enough revenue that I could go ahead and take a risk. You know what I'm saying? And just see like, yo, let me see what would happen if I put all my energy to it. But I got all that, and bro, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired when I'm driving to work. I'm tired when I'm in the classroom, you know what I'm saying, like teaching these kids stuff like that. But I know for a fact, like I'd rather do it now, so I could look back 10 years from now and be like, all right, look, even if it didn't work,
I gave it my all.
Bro, what? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably doing the same thing. Like, yo, I gotta drive here. I gotta do this. I gotta get this interview. I gotta do this YouTube. Whether or not, you know, my numbers may not be like reflecting. Like, that's what you just, I know a couple minutes ago you was like, yo, don't look at this dude's. I know he only got 1,000 and whatnot. Like, it may not be reflecting, but like the content, all you need is that one person, bro. Yeah. You get that one person to watch whatever you got, it's a wrap from there. Yeah. And so for me, I just make sure that, like, especially I got this battle coming up. I'm not done with my 3 rounds, and it's October 13th. I got 2 more weeks, but every single day I'm thinking, and there's some nights that I don't come away with nothing. There's some nights where I come away with a whole round. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, it's really gonna be reflecting on how much work I put in. But I'm definitely trying every single day.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. You being a teacher, you ever have what grade you teach?
Middle school, 6 to 8.
You ever have like them kids like, hey man, I saw your battle.
All of them. For them, it's like they think I'm Batman. I got another identity. They be like looking through my IG or YouTube or whatnot, and their parents are fans too. Their parents be coming up to me, asking for merch. You know what I'm saying, CDs or whatnot. But it's dope for me. You know what I'm saying. I'm building relationships with the students and stuff, and they get to see like. For another dude, for a minority, I don't know. Are you Hispanic?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know, for me, growing up, we never seen no. You know, when I was in school, I never saw a dude with tattoos from the hood, minority, with a college degree. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With a college degree, and he could stand in front of us, and I'm the only one out there. So I'm working with nothing but white teachers. You know what I'm saying? And so, I never saw that, and I know these kids never seen that. And so when they think of tattoos, they automatically associate it with like, oh, he must have been in jail. He must have been this. But so it's a different perspective for them now. So yeah, they go on YouTube and they see all that, and some of them, you know, they some of my biggest fans. You know what I'm saying? But and I even try to incorporate rap into, you know, just who I am. But yeah, like I said, I love it. That's what I've been doing. But I feel like this is probably gonna be my last year though.
All right, man. Thank you for coming on, brothers.
Yes, sir. You already know.
Long time in the making.
Pleasure.
All right, brother.